What's up, YouTube? My name is Uncle Smokey, and this is Uncle Smokey's Stock Trades. Before I start this video, I would like to say I am not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. So please take what I say with a grain of salt and do your own DD. Today we're going to talk about ticker symbol MMAT, Metamaterials Inc. We're going to break down the TA, we're going to look at the options chain, and man is that interesting. We're going to go ahead and look at Ortex, of course, Fintel, got some juicy stuff there, and Twitter. I've posted a couple of things, hopefully explaining some stuff. I got some good DD I want to show you, and maybe a little bit of exposure. So let's go ahead and get started. Today we opened up at $2.93. We hit a high of $2.96, a low of $2.86, and closed at $2.88. So basically doing kind of what I expected it to do. Luckily not breaking that 285 mark like I had said yesterday. Breaking this mark here could have been horrible. I mean, we could have really seen a little bit of a plummet with it being Friday. Now, because we were able to keep it up above there, we just traded sideways really all day. Unfortunately, we did get that major attack there in the morning, but we're getting kind of used to that, I suppose. So to push past that, we did have about 6.8 million in volume, which was super low. Kind of explaining why we had the day we had. Now, if we look at the order flow, everything was basically dead even, a little bit more on the outflow, and the vast majority of the selling was medium. So, kind of, again, supports it going down some. Kind of just traded like a Friday stock, I suppose. And, of course, I'm going to tell you there was probably some heavy shorting and some attacks there, and I'm not going to deny it. It's true. It's there. So, let's push on and go to the options chain, the interesting stuff. Holy crap, guys. So 15% calls. Wow, what a flip. 85% puts. 14,000 to 45,500 puts. What? Now, I'll tell you, implied volatility came down. Sure shit should have. We came down. But the problem is right here. Here's our options chain that's valid. This is the metamaterials options chain. Okay, got volume, open interest, bids, okay, asks. Yeah, there's 10,000 right there in open interest, so the volume of 2,500. Doesn't really explain 45,000 in puts. But if we look over here, all right, it just changed. You guys are going to think I'm crazy. Ah, no, there it is. Down here, August 20th, the 100 non-standard. So this, I do believe, is the old stuff. Let's just shrink that, get that out of the way. I think this is the old stuff that is finishing up at the end of this month. Now, because right now is the monthlies. Now, I'll say down here, there's another one. We got some no volume, but we got some open interest. So I would expect for maybe at the end of October for this to happen again. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why this stuff wouldn't have just transferred over to be meta. It really sucks to see 45,000 puts due to what will be considered a technicality. Okay. I don't get it. There's 40,000 right there. That's insane. Like I said, I'm not going to put a whole lot of stock into this number today because I think it's a crock of shit. I think this shouldn't be existing, in my opinion. I said this before. We were going to watch this, and look, I watched it. I watched it really climb. This shouldn't be happening, in my opinion. If I'm wrong, of course, let me know. DM me, whatever it may be. Comment below. You know what? And before we get any further, I've noticed a lot of people click off before they get to the end. Like, subscribe while you're commenting below. The button's right above it. Let's see. I'm going to push past this. I'm going to expect a lot of comments on this hanky crap. I'm not going to say the word. You guys are expecting me to say it. I'm not going to say it. Not yet. I'm not mad enough. Let's go to the internet. Start getting to the juicy stuff. The really, really juicy stuff. Ortex. We went up. I sent out a tweet this morning. We went up 95%. Cost to borrow, they still said it's come down. That's freaking impossible. Shares on loan went up. Current free float on loan went up. Estimated short interest is going up. Everything's going up. All those numbers are going up. It sucks to be a short position right now. Also, average loan days, that did also go up. Okay, so all of these numbers are playing into our favor. Shorts are still shorting. They're still piling on. They're not covering. Even though we've seen a little bit of green movement, remember that green movement's been very minute. We've only been moving within about a 30-cent channel. So it's not like we've seen this astronomical coverage of short positions. Okay? Now, I'm going to keep moving on because what I'm going to get to is getting to be very interesting. So this is our standard Fintel stuff we look at all the time. Let's hit refresh. 1.45 days to cover. This went down. I'm not understanding that, but okay, there's, I'm sure, some kind of math they do to get that score, whatever. Shares today, they went all the way down to 150,000 available. And again, this is a leading prime brokerage, but they went real low today. And they did return some, which again, on Ortex, you can see the return shares did outweigh the borrowed shares. So no real surprise there. Let's come on down here. The short borrow fee rate slip down a little bit again with a little bit of coverage. Of course it will. Now this is minor coverage, guys. Don't think that I'm saying, hey, all the shorts covered. No, not at all. In fact, I'll be willing to bet through dark pools and manipulation and doing those trades under $5,000, they probably still shorted the hell out of the stock today, which we're going to get to. All right, let's go to the next section. Here. All right, so we've got our short sale transactions. Now remember, this is only transactions that are $5,000 or more. All right, I did get corrected on that yesterday. I do apologize. I think I said it backwards. I'm sorry. But $5,000 or more. So if it was under $5,000, which is a great way to sneak under the radar, you won't see it on this list. And of course, this is reported. This is all reported stuff. This isn't stuff that's not reported because, you know, Big Brother doesn't want you to see the stuff that's fake. Let's go ahead and switch over to our chart. 63 transactions. That was for yesterday, not today. Okay, yesterday's numbers. 63 transactions. $250,000 shares shorted for well over $500,000. Almost $750,000. So again, it just shows you they're really trying to pound it down. Now I know this isn't some crazy astronomical number, but it is the number that we see that is shares or amounts over $5,000. Okay, they could have done 1 million under that number of that amount. Sorry, stumbling over my words, and that's because I'm excited for this next section. I am going to attempt to explain this stuff. Now, I will tell you that it looks like they corrected this one. Okay, typo. All right, I'll take it. No big deal. But this guy's still here, and it's still raising me all kinds of problems. I'm not understanding it. Oh, and Jeffries came in again, call, put, notice the same thing, 300,000 puts, 715,000 calls, basically covering their put position and being able to make more if it goes up. And that's what we're counting on. We're counting on it going up. This is just a way for them to make money and screw us. So, oh, back to this. Sorry, V-lined. Here we go. TIF investment. Fintel put this out. Important. This company has reported a 1-to-2 split as of blah. The ownership data on this page is not adjusted for this split. It is incumbent upon the reader to determine if this split affects this data and adjust the figures appropriately. Our engineering team is working on solutions to provide split adjusted figure or future. Sorry. No. And here's why. Got to switch screens because this is got a lot of information. So here is their actual page showing their current positions, every position they have right here on this page, and the value of their portfolio. Now I understand they went through a split and is going to explain why everything here says it's a new position, but it doesn't justify why they have all of these negative new positions. This right here proves that they are shorting companies without any proof of the shares. Right here, all of it. all of these are negatives. Up here is all positives. Not all these companies are in here. I was perusing through this. I mean, I'm sure there's some that are, but I don't think I've seen every one of them. And I'm pretty positive I didn't see every one of them, more than half. So I'm confused. I'm still digging into it. It could still just be a technical glitch. My fingers are in the sarcasm position. Yeah, I don't know. But again, I've got a theory. So here's Jeffries. Companies like this have smaller positions, or smaller companies inside their company, I should say. Yes, smaller companies inside their company. So Jeffries Group LLC might also, and this is just a hypothetical, this is not true, might also own TIFF investment program. What this could be happening, or what could be happening here is, if a company like this, Jeffries, has a position that has been FTD'd or whatever it may be, they can then transfer that FTD by purchasing shares from another one of their outlier companies. I think I'm explaining this right. If I'm not, again, please inform me, but I think I am. They can basically get the shares from one of their outlier companies, whether they're real or not, because the outlier company didn't have the FTD. So they're basically just transferring the FTD information to the other company, allowing them to have extra time to cover it, allowing them to short the stock even more. Basically showing the true manipulation that these hedge funds have, being able to transfer all of the FTDs, possibly even margin calls and things like that, over to their outlying companies, allowing them to continue to get these extra non-real shares, synthetic shares, naked shorting, things like that, okay? I hope you guys are following me. Basically, I think there is a lot of effery going on here. Yeah, close. Again, so I'm going to scroll all the way to the bottom of Jeffries and show you that this company looks like they're pretty dang squeaky clean, just showing calls and puts and new positions that are all legit, right? They all look squeaky clean. I don't see no negatives in here anywhere. And I think that would be because of, like I was just stating, if they have smaller funds, hedge fund companies that are attached to them, I would assume that they would allow them to do all of the hinky business to keep the eyes off of the bigger picture. The company that only has $1.5 billion is covering up the company that has 16, 17 billion, if you catch my drift. Okay? Again, all speculation. This is a theory, not a fact. Please, please, please do your own DD. And if you can prove me wrong or give me the real reasoning for all of the garbage that we're seeing right here, and I see it many times, it's not just once, it's a couple of times, and you're going to like this one, Blackstone, right there, okay? And I've seen this, I'm starting to see this show up on other stocks as well. Not just this one. And of course, there are other meme stocks that are, they've got a lot of eyes on them by the retail investor, owned by the retail investor, kind of like us. We own our stock. All right, we're going to keep pushing on. Sellers, nothing today. Nothing today. We only had this guy here show up in the last few days. That's pretty amazing, guys. No matter what you guys think or say about these new positions, these big institutions and investors, whether it is a short position or not, whether these guys are shorting the stock or not, it is eyes on the stock. It's investment on the stock. So it means it's moving the stock in one direction or the other. Whether it's negative or positive is another situation. Negative attention is still attention. Always keep that in mind. And much like other meme stocks, AMC and GME, just as an example, the negative attention brought the positive attention from the retail investors in the ape community. And that's what we're looking to do here. We're trying to bring the eyes and ears of the ape community, which I know we have a lot of apes that listen to me, listen to Sterling, listen to Terry. We're trying to bring that attention right here because Meta is getting hit as well. Just like many of these other stocks, the manipulation is real, and you're seeing it right in front of your face, in my opinion. Okay, remember, all my opinion, but personally, how can you have a negative 90,000 shares at $7.50? That is invisible. That's synthetic. That is fake. Sorry. And moving on. George, Why'd you delete this, bud? I know you're listening. You gotta be listening. You don't follow all of us and then not listen to our stuff. We're supporting your company, right? Right. So, we want to know, why'd you delete this? You gave us a great great answer. You cleared up some info that we needed cleared. Keep it out there. Let the people see it. Anyway, I just wanted to clear something else up that I posted out there. And that was the... sorry, forgive me. I got all flustered. Hang on. All right, sorry about that. So, and that was this guy here. So, in case you're wondering what held in street name is, so George put out a tweet yesterday, which we did cover, and I'm having an issue finding it, but it's no big deal. I'm sure people remember it. He said that a lot of those shares, those preferred A shares, were held in street name. And what that is it is when a brokerage, an example, Robinhood or even Webull, some of these ones that are payment for order flow, they have a pot of shares. Basically meaning they bought the shares and they're selling you their shares. Okay, they have excess numbers of them. And what's happening is the dividend is being dispersed to those said brokerages. Even let's call Trading 212 probably the same situation. Okay, they're going to disperse the dividend to those brokerages, and the brokerages will disperse that amongst the shareholders. So this is where the whole synthetic shares come into play, and where the shorts will have to pay for dividends. Ha! We've uncovered the mystery. So there is a very, very, very good chance that there are more shares than what we think as far as preferred A stock, because of companies like Robinhood, where they're just selling them out of the pot. I sure hope those brokerages didn't sell any synthetic shares, okay? Because that means they've got to cover those shares. They have to pay the people. That will cause for what I don't really want to see, but I will take it in the short term. You will see some movement, big movement, because it's going to create the stock to go up, because all eyes will be on it. That is hype. It really is. You'll see a lot of FOMO buying on something like that, because you know, people just got a whole bunch of shares. They got a whole bunch of money. They're going to reinvest it in MMAT, we hope. But you're going to see other people coming in and going, holy crap, this thing's moving. So, that's that. Another thing I want to cover. Exact Perspective tossed this guy out today. This is the second one, I believe, or maybe even third one he shared with us. This is a crazy spread, trading from $3.5 to $300. Dark pools, dark pools. I don't like that dark pool site I was using, by the way, guys. I don't know. Maybe I just don't know what I'm doing with it, but I didn't care for it. I'm looking for new stuff. But yeah, there's some more manipulation, some effery, if you will. And then to the meta page. Nothing. They did nothing today. No news is good news, I guess. With that being said, make sure you guys go check out the Voltron DD. That's Exact Perspective as well. Him and a bunch of other people put this together. It's pretty interesting stuff. You know, of course, take it for what you will. Read it. Go through it. There's a lot of great points in here. A lot of good things. There's some GME and AMC stuff in here. Some MMAT stuff in here. And ultimately, it just centers us around trying to get to the bottom of the manipulation in the market, joining all the forces together. It's good stuff. Good read. All right, finally, the last one. The tail end, the creme de la creme, what everybody likes to see, even though I don't have much for you. The prediction. I'm probably not going to do a video this weekend. If I do, it's going to be more educational than MMAT related. It'll be more how to trade, or maybe going over some of the different chart patterns, things like that. So here's my prediction for Monday. I am bullerish, guys. Bullerish. I think we're gonna go. I think we're gonna run. I'm gonna shrink this down. I think we're gonna have good movement. I easily see us mounting $3 Monday morning. Of course, this is going to rely on market conditions, what the Fed's doing, if anything goes on throughout the weekend, any news, PR, things like that. I think we're gonna mount $3, and I definitely think we can easily see 310 on Monday. Now, that is just because we're due. We're due. Okay? if we do go bull again, I'm going to stick to my, or I'm sorry, we go bear, I'm going to stick to my saying from today. We don't want to see it drop below 385. Below 385, expect 365. Tap a 365 and drop below that, you're going to see 250. That's just psychological levels of support and resistance all the way down. With that being said, that's what I got, guys. Like, subscribe, comment below. Anything I said today you think is wrong or you know that you can correct me on, feel free to. Comments below or DM me on Twitter. I'm on Reddit, but I don't know much about it. I'm trying to get more acclimated. Peace, guys. Oh, and thanks for the happy birthdays.